Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We're here doing the news directly from Germany. Photokina 2018 just finished. We are here thanks to Camera Rescue, which flew us in to do interviews about the film industry at Photokina. I'm here with Jordan from Cameraville, who is going to help me with the news and also help me during all the interviews. So Jordan?
Yeah, we got about, 17, 18, 19 interviews coming up. We basically hit everyone at the show that had anything to do with analog, exhibitors and just guests. So we've already released the Kodak video and a few great ones are coming out. They're all pretty good, and at the end of the video we'll give you a list of what's coming. Maybe it'll take 3 days or a week, but it's coming pretty quickly.
Also at the end of the video we'll be talking about some pre-prototype lenses that we will tell you a bit more later. There's a good video coming out for that, but at the end of the video you'll listen about that.
Firstly, I don't know, what was your overall opinion of Photokina?
Well, I was here 2 years ago. I actually met Camera Rescue when they were Camera Ventures back then, and the impression is there's a lot more presence of the film industry. There's a lot new players, young people pushing about film. It's changed a lot. There's been a lot of interest, and I think overall very positive, good news, things coming up, which was not something we were hearing last time. So yeah, that's my impression. What's your impression about Photokina?
Usually a trade show is like construction and finance and meetings and, just getting everything in there and doing the business, and they're quite boring. But this one, it seemed like the analog related people, there was actually much enthusiasm there. It wasn't just, oh, I have to go to this meeting with this guy about this distribution. And it was very cool, and many people were connecting that had never met in person. It was pretty exciting. It was like a big club meetup, Oh, and we had a big club meetup basically. The first 2 nights of Photokina we held 2 meetups at some bar, and a lot of people showed up, and it was really great. And it was basically like the analog party, I guess.
Yeah. We had Philip from the Darkroom. We had Nick and Trick from the UK. Marwan and Karis from Photo Classic International, which just released their international number at Photokina. So it was great.
We each have articles in Photo Classic magazine as well.
So you can read them there.
We met Victor and Emma from Slovakia, and Alex from Moon Labs Photo, cool guy. Bought you a beer, I believe.
Yep. We also met Maximilian from Nation Photo, which is one of the biggest labs in Paris. Also interviewed him, which is going to be very nice. We had your friend from Hungary.
My buddy Christian.
A very big camera, also kind of rescue at his own level, which is pretty cool. Going to be connected with Camera Rescue too. We had Lomig from Film Washi, which is the smallest factory of producing film handmade in France. And we also met some very interesting guys, which you had a beer with, because I was, on the other side of the table. There were Silver Zeiss 35 motion picture film, included ECN2 development, so that was interesting.
Yeah, it was a video production company, and they're doing, commercial videos for high-end clients, and advertisers are still looking for something that sets their stuff apart, and they've found that film does that, shooting on film. Many people have felt like this for a long time. Many people weekly are still discovering, oh, film is cool. So I'm not saying these guys discovered that, but their clients have discovered the coolness or the magic.
No, yeah, they even ship like the film in a little case, including the development, which is very nice because most of the cinematography film used is by people like Cinestill. This is including the ramjet, so it doesn't blow out the highlights that some people don't enjoy. So that good stuff at the meetups. It was very fun. I hope that next time we come over for Photokina, our meetups will be double in size.
Yeah. And well, we had about 25 people each night.
And then also at Photokina, on the floor of the fair, we met a lot of very interesting people.
Yeah.
I would say special mentions from both of us to Brooks from Peak Design. Guy was walking around with a travel wide. He actually recognized me from the travel wide videos, which I think nobody had seen. So it was cool to see him there. Very nice guy in San Francisco store. Also Andre from Negative Positive Podcast, who was doing interviews there to a lot of people. So those will be rolling out on their podcast.
Yep.
And you met
the guys from Safe Flight Berlin.
Yep.
Gave
us a
pretty
t-shirt.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
So also we had Alex from Lens Classics. If you don't follow him on Instagram, probably does some of the best.
You got to follow him.
Yeah, best shots of gear there. George from JKL on YouTube came over, which is a young guy shooting film, 14 years old. He was very hyped to see us all there. He got a Photo Classic magazine signed by most of the people. He was at the booth, so it was very cool to see young generation coming in and being excited about film. And last, also, one of the people that are very interesting and involved in the community is Vish from Camera Film Photo. He was there accompanying Bellamy at certain times and came out through it. Very, very nice.
Yeah, and we met Bellamy several times. Oh, well, we interviewed him. Did we want to get to the interviews yet?
Yep, I think we're... So the interviews, as Jordan was saying, we had Bellamy, we had Guido from Hensel Flashes, which is a very passionate film photography shooter. He's been recently rediscovering it all and the slowing down and all that, which was very interesting to see from someone selling high-end flashes for all the market. Philip from the Darkroom, we, apart from having beers with him, we also had an interview with him.
The Darkroom in San Clemente, they're an online business. They have a shop, but anyway, look them up. You send your film, they process it, send it back. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we had a great interview with Michael from Lomography. I'm not a big Lomography user, but you were, so it was great to hear your... I think you should have done that interview because you had a lot more things to talk about. But yeah, we also had Andy Church from Kodak Alaris, like you guys have already seen. It was very interesting, giving us updates and the truth about what might come and what might not come.
And that was great that Andy came down. That guy was... Everyone was asking him for meetings and, oh, can I talk to you about this? And he didn't have any boss at the show. He could have done whatever he wanted, and he came down and did this interview for us, for you. So that was great.
No, that was your win because you got him to come down. Also, Paul from Analog Wonderland, which we interviewed, also helped us out with Andy. They're very close because they're both based in the UK, so that helped a lot. But it was very exciting to have someone so big as Kodak in it, and yeah, that worked out very well. We also had Petra from Tatanal, which is very interesting to see because they actually probably have the biggest view of the color processing because they do E6, C41, so that's going to be rolling out with interesting information at the rise and fall of that. We had Jürgen Heiland from Heiland Electronics with a lot of interesting stuff and that massive enlarger, and we got to talk about the project. Andy from Double Film, which is special effects film.
Yeah.
We had Alessandro from RZ Mago show us the lab box on camera.
Yeah, that was cool. That looked great. I want to say it looked like a finished product. It is a finished product, but sometimes products that are so new, they still don't look finished, and this looks really good.
Yeah, they had, I think 75% of what they showed us was finished, so...
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looked very good. It was a
working
working
talking
model.
About an addition of a little screen.
Yeah, those are going to be parts of the thing for RC Mago, so that's going to be pretty cool. We had a Maximilian from Nation Photo, like we said before, talking about a huge amount of film being processed in Paris. So that's very interesting to see the French market, which is kind of a neat. Very secluded in France. So that's pretty cool.
Let's give a little peek of that, even though the interview is not out yet. How many rolls of film are being developed today over there? It's crazy.
They said that September, that's the first time that I think they've reached 1,000 rolls a day, and their locations are extremely small, so that's a huge deal.
Local guys and girls.
Yeah, walk in, walk out.
1,000 a day.
So that's huge in France. We had Brandon from Cinestill come over, talk to us about their new processor, their film, the monobath, and all those things, which is cool to see. We were sharing booth with Cinestill, and they were doing live demos and things like that. You probably watched on social media, so that was very exciting.
And I believe you should leave in about 1 minute for your plane, so...
We have Mirko from Impex, Photo Impex, Omer from Cat Labs talking about pack film.
Sam from Solar Can.
Lawrence from Reflex, which was interesting to see the primes that they're working on. No working prototype at the fair, sadly.
Gary from Mint. camera.
Yeah, main camera, the RF
Really
670,
cool
very cool camera.
A lot of attention at the show.
Well, I'm taking one home, so that would be pretty cool. And Klaus Peter from Gaussian Light Meters came over to talk, which is very interesting too, because
that was great.
Building light meters in Germany in 2018 is not a small task.
Yeah, and Marwin and Cars from Photo Classic, which we mentioned earlier, we also interviewed them as well. So.
And the last thing would be talking about those extra rare lenses that you spotted.
Oh, that's right. I'm fanboy, could be a word some might use. I like Voigtlander. And anyway, I spotted some lenses on the top shelf and I did not quite recognize them. And I asked them to take them down for me. And they were new lenses. And supposedly no one knew that they existed. They're not even prototypes. They're kind of a pre-prototype stage. But someone may have also discovered them and posted them online because someone was sharing information with their friends.
I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll put some videos out about those lenses. There's two lenses. Okay, I guess you already know. There's a
35 f2, 21 3.5.
Yeah,
I'll
be putting out a video about the 21-35, and he'll put one out about the 35-2.
Yeah, and we'll put Jordan's channel on the bottom description at the end of the video so you guys can check it out. He's got some cool videos, a little older, but very, very good work.
New ones coming up.
Coming up, new videos, especially that Voigtlander lens, macro shots and everything like that. So yeah, that basically wraps up our Photokina news directly from Germany. So yeah, it was a great show. Thank you, Jordan, for all the work you've done helping me and helping Camera Rescue with the videos. Okay, gotta run.